Voila, we are up and running. And today it's Saturday, so I think I'm gonna put a little bit of music on. We're gonna switch our screens around a little bit, get set up for a nice long morning of calling expired listings. And I've already got coffee this morning. I didn't get a bottle of water, but hopefully I'm not taking too many breaks. But we're gonna get right on the phones today. So some quick little screen setup, make my post. Yeah, and I'm ridiculously close to hiring just a full assistant just to work in office or just help us do all the things that I need to do, because I spend a little bit too much time doing stuff like this, going on here and sharing posts and getting the stuff ready to do. I should just be getting right to it, but that's okay. We're going to get in here and make our calls. So if you're in real estate and you're trying to do it all, that's what causes a lot of problems. I don't think I'm going to be in a lot of problems, but just it makes it tough to, stay organized. I'm not a very organized person. I'm very driven, but not very organized. So I want to give a quick little shout out to Jackson for my agent, because I probably would be. I take that back. I probably would be lead generating to some extent today, but I wouldn't be in the office. I wouldn't be live streaming. He asked me, he's like, "Hey man, you want to get in the office and do some lead gen on Saturday?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, I do." That sounds awesome. So my guy over here is keeping me accountable. So got address. Yes, sir. So close out these emails. Close out these tools. Stick this side of the screen so I don't have to be worried about it. Perfect. So this can come over here. I also have to resist the urge to check my emails with what I'm doing right now. Stop it. Oh, my Sunday just cleared up. All right. Today we have 503 expireds. We're going to start in Arlington. I'm going to go ahead and pull up what we need to have pulled up. Ready to go. And I'm sure you guys have seen me call through enough expireds at this point to kind of know the drill. We're moving a little slow this morning just because I just turned everything on. But I'm all fully charged, and we're going to start making some calls. It is Saturday. If you're not watching this live and you're watching this after the fact, we did come into the office on a Saturday to make these phone calls because it's the first of the month. A lot of agents tend to write their listing agreements to expire on the last day of the month, which means that at midnight, system comes through, populates everything, and I end up with 503 expireds in the MLS this morning. Just hanging out there, ready to be called. I can't tell if it's a good idea or if it's a bad idea. Oops. My gut says it's a bad idea to set all of your listings to expire on the last day of the month, because then it means that they're very, very likely going to get marketed to by the people who only market one day a month on the 1st. And we market on more than just one day, but we're definitely going to be one of many today. So go ahead and make sure that this person still owns the property, like always. Same drill. Checking, make sure they own it. They didn't sell it. That's why it's not expired. That's why it's expired, not canceled, removed, closed, or anything like that. I see they do. Just purchased it not that long ago. Now we're going to call them up and see what the deal is. Now, Again, common name. So it's always a little bit difficult to tell whether or not we're going to be able to get in touch with this person just based off of the name alone, but let's see if we can get lucky. Fortunately, tax roll did list his middle name, so that helped me narrow it down quite a bit. Okay, we're looking for Junior. This was Dad's house. I see now. I see now. Okay.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 817-879-2867 is not available. At the tone, please record.
Okay. Same deal. We're not going to spend too much time floating around trying to get contacts or anything like that. Another reason I'm moving slow is I'm only on my first cup of coffee, so I'm going to need at least one more.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 817-666-8789 is not.
Nope. Haha. Awesome. Got a phone call back, or got a text message back from that guy. Ooh, Arlington has a new construction. We're going to leave that one alone. Here we go. Ooh, I showed this house not that long ago, actually. I think I knew what happened. What's funny is this house I showed, I know exactly why it didn't sell. Because it had a weird layout, it had a weird elevation. They did a full rehab on it and they just didn't do it well. But here we go. This is why we do this. I'm checking to see, do they still own the property? Yes. Is the agent related? Same last name. I'm not going to convince this person. I don't want to convince this person to work with someone other than what appears to be their spouse. So I'm not in the home wrecking business of real estate. So on to the next. There we go. Ooh, and this one was a motivated seller offering $10,000 in seller concessions back when they were on the market. Looks like it's a holding company. So let's see here. We're gonna get in and see if we can find that holding company and track down either a manager. Ooh, yep, that's my problem. Who owns it? The listing agent. Perfect. They didn't disclose that they are part owner in this. Let me make sure that they didn't buy it. They did. That's why it's on hold. They took it off market for the agent to buy it. Uh-oh. What's going on? My Facebook stream seems to be glitching out, so I'm over here watching intently to see if that's going to come back up. I got it on a separate screen over here, so come on, come back up. I'm not doing all this for nothing. YouTube's doing okay. Facebook's being weird. I wonder why. Anyway, won't get too distracted by the stream. Gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. So that's 3 in Arlington. That one I didn't call because it's new construction. So when those tend to have agreements that supersede that listing agreement, and again, not really my area of expertise. Not really looking to list any new build properties or anything like that. Now I would for a full community, for a full development. Yeah, we've done that before in the past. That's not an issue. It's the onesie twosie. You know, if this was one of 100, I would reach out, try and get in contact with the seller or the builder or the builder's representative and just say, hey, we're interested in it. Okay, there we go. Stream's back up. And then the last 2 that I skipped over were both owned by the listing agent. Now in this case, again, we've got property with solar panels. Looks like recent solar panels. Uh-oh, same thing. Come on, what's going on here? Give me some insights. All right, everything's looking good. All right. For whatever reason, my stream keeps telling me that there's some problems. Also got some crazy hair today because I'm overdue for a haircut, not wearing a hat. So, okay. Awesome. Same thing. Check in, make sure they haven't sold it off market. Because sometimes that happens with some of these expireds. But you got to be careful when you're doing this kind of, making these kind of calls to not get stuck in analysis paralysis. It does not look like they have sold it. Nope. But they did lease it. So it's up to me now to determine whether or not I want to call and take on a property with a brand spanking new lease. I'm going to say no. They got a good lease price for it, though. $3,700 a month for a house in Arlington. I just don't, man. See, they have a full pool and a hot tub, and they leased it like that. If you're looking to be a landlord, don't lease houses with pools. Too much liability, and insurance is too expensive. Here we go. Here's a beater in my part of town. I like this. So let's take a look. Again, all I'm doing, so now I'm on the next lead. I've already skipped over that one. I've only done enough analysis to determine, I don't want to call that one. We're going to skip it. Now, what you'll find is a lot of agents, what they do is they come up with reasons that don't make sense. When in doubt, just call them. You know, if you can't come up with a really good reason not to call them, call them. There's sometimes that, like, I've heard some agents say, oh, you know, this one they were only on the market for 30 days. I don't want to call them. They're probably going to relist with their agent. Don't assume. Don't speculate. Look for data. If you have cold hard facts telling you, hey, they just leased the property, or, you know, the agent and the seller are blood relatives or spouses, that's fine. That's different. But you get too many people who come in here and just come up with, I'm going to skip them just because. Call everybody. If you don't know how to determine whether or not someone's a good lead or not, the best way to determine is just to pick up the phone and call them. So in this case, I'm dealing with a very common name, no middle initial. I'm in the blind, so I basically have to comb through all of these and find the right Carlos that has this address attached to him. 0 for 2. Oh, here we go. This Carlos has 9 properties. Is Skylark one of them? I don't know why my Facebook stream is being so unreliable. Sorry, guys. Switch to YouTube. If you want to watch it, come on over to YouTube. YouTube seems to be running just fine. Okay, a bunch of them in this area, but it doesn't look like this is the same Carlos Reyes. I'll kind of keep an eye on this guy just in case. Let's see when he bought this. He bought it recently. Looks like he bought it for cash. And this guy has a couple of properties that he bought around this area around the same time. So I wonder if this one just kind of slipped under the radar and didn't make it on his list. Look at the address history. Again, I'm doing a little too much analysis. I might just have to call this one. I think I'm going to. I'm going to check 1 or 2 more just to make sure. Yeah. So in case you're wondering, I'm looking for a Carlos Reyes, and I'm having a hard time. So I'm a little bit more comfortable letting you guys know his name, because if I can't find him, you're going to have a hard time finding him. I feel pretty good about this one. This looks to be a winner. I think this is who I was looking for. I'm at least going to get one phone call, one contact before I go make my next cup of coffee. So.
¿Aló?
Sí, aló, estoy hablando con Carlos.
¿Sí?
Hola Carlos, le estuve llamando sobre esta propiedad aquí en el 1904 Skylark. ¿Es tuya?
Sí, señor.
Ok, ¿todavía está interesada en venderla? Estoy interesado.
No.
No, ok. Aunque si yo la quiero comprar.
¿Usted es agente o es que quiere comprarla?
Pues soy los dos, pero en este caso quiero comprarla.
¿Cuánto me ofrece?
A ver, ¿cuánto aceptarías? Que parece que le falta un poquito de trabajo, pero no bastante. Se ve muy bien de adentro. ¿Le falta de fundación?
Esto está remodelada completamente.
De techo y fundación y todo, no hay ningún problema.
Fundación está arreglada completamente.
Ok.
Plomería se cambió, la de adentro y la de afuera.
Ok. ¿Me la financieras? ¿Dueño a dueño?
No.
Cash y todo. Ok. Ok. ¿Y si no la vendes, la vas a alquilar?
Ya está alquilada.
Ya está alquilada. Ok.
Ya está alquilada.
Ok, muy bien. Entonces, gracias, Carlos, por tomar la llamada. There we go. Already rented it out. First contact. Man, yeah. I'm getting better at those Spanish conversations. You'd be surprised. Like, just because I speak Spanish fluently, being able to have a real estate conversation in Spanish is its own thing. My mom's a medical interpreter, and she had to go to school and get recertified specifically in like that vocabulary in order to interpret in Spanish, and it's her first language. So, this next one looks like a good one to call, but I'm gonna take a quick 2-minute break. More coffee, a little bit of water. Just gotta stay hydrated, and we'll keep going. We're not even through Arlington yet. It's gonna be a nice long day. Let's do it. We're back. What did I say to Carlos? Julie, I told him that he called me, or I called him and said, I am interested in your house. Is it still for sale? Would you still like to sell it? And he said, are you an agent or are you someone who wants to buy it? And I said, I'm both. I am an agent and I am someone that wants to buy it. And his question back to me was, what's your offer? And I turned her back around on him. What's the house need? What kind of condition is it in? He said it's fully remodeled. I looked at the pictures and it looked like there were some pretty serious foundation cracks that may have been patched. Looked like fresh mortar, which stands out, right? Fresh mortar is real bright and clear, and typically older mortar has been there for a while, so it's a little bit darker and dingier. And just asked him, hey, what's the condition of the property? So typically these conversations is a little bit like hot potato. Whoever's asking the questions has control of the conversation. So a lot of times I like to answer questions with questions. So his question was, well, what's your offer? I said, well, what's the house need? What's the condition of the property? That's relevant, right? That informs my offer. And he replied, said nothing. It's completely finished out, completely remodeled. Okay. Well, then if you don't sell it, what's your plan? Are you going to rent it out? ¿La vas a alquilar? Are you going to rent it out? And I used the very informal tense with him because he was using the very informal tense with me. So kind of mirror and matching there. I'll be honest, a lot of the times I would probably elevate that to usted, which is a more formal tense because it's a business conversation. But anyway, that's linguistics aside. I was just asking him questions, trying to get to the source of his motivation, see what his plans were, see what he's come up with. Because very rarely, if someone sets themselves to a plan of action, are they going to deviate from it just because they had a phone call? Sometimes, if they lacked information, if they lacked education, sometimes they set themselves on a path just because they didn't know a better option. In this case, I'm quick. Just, hey, let me talk you out of doing a deal with me. Why not rent it out? It's already rented. Oh, okay, great. We're done. On to the next. Same deal. Not looking to pick up properties that have active leases in them unless the lease is hyper overperforming and the property itself is in really good condition and they're willing to take a discount relative to that income. So generally we're looking for like a 2% rule. The 1% rule is what most people hear of. Is like, hey, whatever the value of the property is, 1% of that should be the monthly rent, and vice versa. For the most part, that's fine, but it typically means I'm going to pay the full value of what that investment property is worth. So I'm looking for 2% rule. So if it's getting $1,000 a month, I want to buy it for $50,000. So that's just a rough example. But I just asked him what his plans were if he didn't sell it, if he was going to rent it. And he said, it's already rented out. I said, great. Thanks for taking my call. Have a good day. Congratulations. And we move on to the next. So now here we go. We've got this deal in Arlington in 76017, which I love this zip code. And if you guys were wondering, whenever we have other agents, in this case Jackson's calling with me today, okay, good. Making sure that they weren't related. For instance, Jackson today is when we have 500 expireds to call, so that we don't trip on each other. We would occasionally double dial somebody, There's nothing really particularly wrong because sometimes his personality type, his sales style is going to be different than mine. So he might have an easier time converting someone I can't. I've been doing this a lot longer, so I think my skills are a little bit more refined. But there are some people that connect with him better. So it's not always about the skills. Sometimes it's about the connection. So, all right. Just doing a quick little search here to find this lady. She's had this house since 2008 and looks like she has since remarried. Good for her. Let's give her a call. Let's see what the plan is. Coffee's still hot.
Please leave your message for 817757553.
So again, quick little trick. When people don't answer the phone like that, and I'm not really confirming that that's the right person, they didn't say, you've reached Jacqueline, or whatever it was in this case. What I do is I'm using the example Jacqueline, so I would text that number and say, hi, Jacqueline, question mark. And sometimes that elicits a response, just saying, hey, this is who I'm trying to reach. I'm not trying to be intrusive. I'm not going to make a proposition that way, right? I'm not going to say, hey, I want to buy your house, or hey, I want to list your house, or anything like that. What I'm really looking to do is just confirm I have the right person. Because in this case, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, six cell phone numbers for this potential person. So that's just the first attempt. Gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. It's too many rings. I'm gonna have to hang up soon. There we go.
Please leave your message for Julie Wilkerson.
Ooh, wrong number. That's not who I'm looking for. So don't text that one. I don't do that little trick there because that's not who I'm looking for.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been...
Jacqueline's a hard name to spell, it turns out. There it is. Jacqueline. And what I'm looking for them to do, I'm looking for every other number that isn't the person I'm looking for to tell me, no, wrong number, not Jacqueline. So I can say, great. And so even if I don't get the person to respond and say, yes, I'm Jacqueline, I get everybody else on here to tell me that that's not them, and I can kind of hopefully end up with one that is most probably her, so I can follow up. Because there's no such thing, there's no such thing as lead gen without follow-up. If you're not following up, you're not really lead generating. I'm gonna check one thing, just make sure that my live is still going through on Facebook. You're not really... There we go. Okay, good. It's still working. On this end, it looks like it's not working, so as long as it's working on that end, then I'm doing all right. So, oh, hey, and look, I'm getting distracted by all my comments and likes. Thanks, guys. Y'all are so sweet. I appreciate you watching. Just gonna go in here. All right, off of Facebook, call the number.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 817298235.
Okay, and this is a good candidate for hi. Quick little text message just to see. Awesome. On to the next. Now we're back in my neck of the woods. Actually, I know this house well. Fully rehabbed. So again, with the rehab properties, sometimes we're dealing with an agent who's the owner. Now, they didn't disclose it immediately, but if I go pull up the tax roll, let's see who owns this property. Christopher, Michelle, and David Real Estate LLC. Again, all I'm really doing is just making sure that these people aren't related to the listing agent, so that way I'm not stepping on anyone's toes. I'm not even worried about stepping on toes. It's just if they're related to them, my chance of conversion is much lower. So I'm focusing my time on the things that have a high rate of conversion, but I know what that means. So if you don't know what that means, call everybody. Call everybody. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't get an analysis paralysis. I've developed a workflow that works for me. Find one that works for you. But if you're struggling, it's because you're not calling everybody. Perfect. Again, just making sure listing agent and this registered agent don't match. They don't. Outstanding. I've got only one person as the member and the director of this LLC. So just like that, I found who I'm looking for. Now I just need to find contact information, but I have a full name and home zip code and full address for that matter. So, ooh, oh man, that's a real bummer. He's dead, or at least it says that he might be. So, last thing I do is I just look for an obituary just to see if it lists next of kin. Yep, man, he did die. Maybe he didn't. That was not an obituary that pulled up immediately. It was a different skip trace website. Cool, let's call him. Let's call him. That's the right number I have for him too. 5858.
Hello.
Yes, hi, is this Anthony?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Anthony, this is Chris Beery. I'm calling you about the property that you had there for sale on Blackwood Drive. Is it still for sale?
No.
No?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you guys already get it sold or you just decided to hold on to it?
Yes.
Both?
Latter.
The latter? Okay, gotcha. Is it currently rented by chance?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Are you going to try again whenever that tenant's done with their lease?
Don't know.
Don't know. All right. Is it okay if I just keep in touch with you as that lease comes to an end?
No, I'm good.
You're good? All right. No worries, Anthony. Well, I appreciate you taking my call today. No worries. You'll get some people like that who are pretty standoffish. At the end of the day, I kind of have to ask myself if I want to work with them to begin with. A lot of them are investors. For whatever reason, investors get a little standoffish because they feel they know better. And that's okay. I think I'm kind of the same way whenever I get similar phone calls like that. So I tend to be a little bit more gracious. But, you know, it is what it is. Here's another house in a part of Arlington that I do really enjoy. Do they still own it? Looks like it. Yep. Another common name. And we're just going to keep powering through here. Oh, that was a contact also. Okay. Found him. Easy name.
Hello.
Yes, hi. Is this Enrique?
Yeah.
Hi, Enrique. I'm calling you about the house that you had for sale on Big Springs Drive.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still planning on selling that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it available right now? Could I go take a look at it?
Are you a home investor or something?
I am a property investor, but I'm also a licensed agent. So you know, if it just kind of depends on what you're planning on doing with it.
I have a real estate agent.
So as of this morning, it looks like your contract with them expired. So I'm not sure if you're planning on still paying them a commission. If I buy it from you, I would cover everything.
I'd have to contact him to see what's up.
Okay, no, I get that, and if you want, I can send you this little listing here. It shows that you guys expired at midnight last night. You know, I am licensed. What was that?
You don't waste any time, do you?
No, sir. No, I mean it's the first of the month. A bunch of agents list their properties to expire at midnight on the last day of the month. So, you know, we come in here, we buy a lot of properties, we help a lot of folks get their properties sold. Just kind of depends on what your goals are. So, figure if I don't do it, someone else who's not as good at their job as me might. So it's kind of an obligation I have to you to get on the phone and see what I can do to help.
Well, the thing is, the agent that I was using, I bought the house from him.
I understand.
I'm good friends with him.
Cool.
I'm an AC technician.
Oh,
I
cool.
do a lot of work for him, and he actually put his own personal money into fixing up the house so that way we can have it listed.
Okay.
And I did have him put a lien on their house so that way he can get his money back regardless of what happens.
Of course. Okay. That's awesome. It's nice that you had someone who's willing to put up like that for one of your deals. That's definitely a good relationship to maintain. If you sold it, got a number that made you happy, satisfied his lien so he got his money back, do you think that he would be concerned with you selling it off market?
I doubt it.
Okay.
He got his money back.
Sure. How much, just out of curiosity, do you owe all in, including getting him paid back and everything?
Well, I have solar panels on the house as well.
Okay.
I'd have to do the math, but off the top of my head, let's see, I think it was paid down to 138. I owe him like 7,000, and then the solar panels I had bought for 67. I'm not sure what I paid that down to.
Okay. You said 6,700, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, to 7,000 is what he put into it.
Correct. Yeah, 7,000 is what he put in. And you said how much do you think the solar panels have left on them, give or take?
I'd have to look it up. If I bought them for 67, let's say worst case scenario, 50.
I just want to make sure I'm clear. 50,000, 50 with 3 zeros behind it? Okay, man.
Those ain't cheap.
They're really not cheap. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I know you have quite a few panels on there. So let's call it 60. Just say you owe 60,000 on them.
Okay.
So you've got, let's see, 145. So about 205 is about how much you have all in on the property to pay him back his 7,000, pay off 60,000 worth of solar panels, and then your 138. How much do you want to walk away from this deal with?
Well, I was, given the panels and everything, I was gonna be somewhere in the ballpark of, if they give me, I'd say 350 to 340, I may pay off the panels and leave them on the house. If you give me, say 320, then you take over the payments on the panels.
Okay. Yeah, and that's kind of how I would be either or. I don't really care about keeping them or care about having them on there. So at 320, I see you were on the market for 335. So let's, if you sold at 320 on the market after closing costs, paying off that 205,000 with the solar panels and everything, how much were you thinking you were going to walk away with?
I wanted to walk away with like 160 or so.
Okay.
You kind of woke me up. I'm bad at numbers right now.
You're good, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up. Do you want me to give you a call back later in the day and we can have this conversation? Okay. All right. So I'm just running math on my end. So I normally say, that 335 you're listed at, you're probably going to pay, looks like 3% in closing costs for the buyer's agent. Were you going to pay him 3% as well?
I have no idea. I think initially we listed it at 340 and then dropped it 5.
Yep.
Because when we had listed it, it was towards the downslope of the market.
Right.
It kind of hit a wall, and we pulled it off until the market started to come back up.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, no, I definitely see that. It looks like you guys listed at 344.9. Last you left it off was about 334.9. So after all closing costs and everything, You're probably looking at 308 minus the 205 that you have, because I'm going to assume on the retail market, you were probably assuming your buyer is going to want you to pay off those solar panels, because that's what happens a lot of the time. Looked like you would have been walking away with about 103,000 after paying everything off, including the agent. Does that sound kind of like ballpark number you thought?
I guess so.
Okay. So that's why I'm just trying to figure out how I can get you 103 and make it to where I can buy it from you, still be able to, obviously, if I buy as an investment, I'm looking to buy profitable investments. So I'm responsible for making sure that there's still some equity there, but I also want to make sure that we can hit your number. So, given all that, if I cover all your closing costs, if I take over the solar panels and everything else, is there a number less than 103,000 that you would walk away with and be pretty happy about?
No.
No? Okay. Well, if you don't mind, man, I'll kind of let you get back to your day. I'm going to run some numbers on it and see what the best offer I can come up with is. Do you know, other than the fact that you have solar panels on there, is there anything else that the house needs? Any roof, foundation, plumbing, HVAC, or electrical?
No. On the electrical and all that, I mean, I replaced all the ceiling fans, electrical outlets, and light switches.
Okay.
The HVAC is old, but
Okay.
like I said, I'm an AC tech, so
Sure.
I've done pretty much everything you can do to it to keep it
Alive.
maintained and like it needs to be.
Right.
The plumbing is fine. Roof was new, I think, when I bought the house by a couple years, so there's nothing wrong there.
Okay.
Everything's already been painted inside and out.
Did you guys get any offers while you were on the market?
No,
No, not one.
I wasn't on there very long.
Gotcha. Okay. I didn't even look at that. I saw that you guys held it off. Okay. Yes. You guys went on in what, September and took it off, looks like around end of October?
Yeah.
Okay. And you were planning on trying again later this year?
Probably here soon.
Okay. If it works out to where like the best way to do it is to put it on the market, would you interview another agent for the job, or do you think you would just go back to Benny?
Well, I have to talk to Benny.
Okay.
Because, like I said, he's a buddy of mine, and I just don't want to go stepping on toes, because
I understand. Neither do I.
a lot of BAC work for him, and even on his personal home.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's hard to find an honest AC guy.
That's the truth.
I'll come in and I'll give it to you straight.
Sure.
I mean, the way I met him, he called for a second opinion on his personal house. It was a no heat issue, gas furnaces.
Yep.
I knocked on the door, he opened it, and I said, okay, don't tell me anything the other company said. Let me go through the system, and I'll tell you what I found, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
And I get up to the unit, and they're 7-year-old Goodmans, still under warranty.
Right.
They're telling him he needs 2 new systems.
Ouch.
And on no heat on a gas furnace, that's an easy fix.
Right.
It's usually just some little part. So I go to the unit, I'm in the attic, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and, I see the control board has a reverse polarity issue, which means you unplug it, switch the wires around, plug it back in. That's it.
Right.
So I do that, and it still has a reverse polarity issue.
Mm.
So I start checking the ground wire, and then all of a sudden the ground wire just pops off and starts swinging. And it looked like they had grabbed the spade terminal and bent it until it snapped, and then they kind of just placed it where it's supposed to be. So it looked like it was connected.
Gotcha.
In the background, you have a bad polarity.
Right.
So I call him into the attic. I explained what I saw, what I found. And I said, okay, we're going to ground it, and we're going to start it up. I started it up. It says reverse polarity. I had reversed it, so I put it back like it was initially. Fires right up.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, with you here in the attic, I have not touched the other unit. We're going to walk to that unit, and we're going to open it up and see if they did anything to that unit. Open up the unit, and I flick the ground wire, and it falls off. They backed the screw completely out until it just barely made a connection. So I put it back like it was, started it, and it fired. Flicked the screw, ground wire popped off, flame shut off, reverse polarity issue popped up. So they sabotaged his units. I, proved it to him right there, and shortly after that, I'm the only AC guy he now uses.
That's crazy. That's crazy to think that they would do something that was like, I mean, findable, right? Like that's findable. I feel like that's a relatively easy troubleshoot issue.
Very easy.
Yeah. Huh. You want to go look at an AC for me today?
No, I'm off today.
Okay.
I don't do side work.
You
I
don't.
make enough money with my company.
Oh,
where
okay.
I don't have the want or the need to do side work.
Fair enough. What company are you with?
Metro Express Service.
Okay. Well, I've got one that I
was hitting an error for 9 years. I was a service manager for 6.
What-
I've been doing this for 12 years.
What's y'all's service call charge?
Service call to come out is $69.95. That basically just covers the first half hour,
Right.
and after that, it's $120 an hour.
Okay. Okay. Well, I've got one I'm flipping right now that has it's a Lennox air handler and furnace, but it's R22 in the attic, and I have a Goodman condenser that's 410A outside, and they're not connected to each other. So I need
Wow.
I think I need a new evap coil, and I need copper vacuum pulled and to be recharged, and I'm hoping I can get them up and running. But
Well, I mean, if you have a 410A condenser and an R22 indoor system, depending on if the TXV on the indoor unit was replaced with a 410A TXV, you could reuse it. But if there's a leak on the indoor coil, then you would have to replace it.
right,
Just to let you know, when you mix match equipment like that,
right,
it's never going to work to its full potential.
Sure.
To, the correct efficiency. Because manufacturers, when they design equipment, it's in conjecture with this piece, and this piece.
right,
So not only that, I mean, you're not going to get any type of warranties out of it. So, especially when you're dealing with something R22,
right.
they stopped making R22 equipment.
Oh yeah, I'm aware. It's we run into it a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, you'd probably be better off just, pulling the unit and going back fresh with something that actually has a warranty. And not only that, I mean, let's say you put 8,000 to 10,000 into it, that adds value to the house, and you can sell the house for more than that and get your money back.
Yeah, we're playing around with all the options right now. We kind of inherited the system the way it is and wanted to see if we could get it up and running. So I'm still in the process of getting quotes, but we're not completely relinquished to, not putting a new system in there just yet. But yeah, man, I mean, let me know if you don't mind. I'll give you a call after the weekend's over and see if I can get you out there.
That's fine.
Cool. All right, man. Well, let me know if you have any questions about this house on Big Springs. Do you own any other properties, land, or anything like that you might be looking to sell here in the near future?
No, this is the only one.
Okay. And where are you going when you sell this one?
I'm not entirely sure yet.
Okay. Well, we got lots of houses that we buy and fix up for folks. We're always looking to put pieces together for people. So if you end up being a buyer for one of our deals, I'd love to be able to talk to you about what we got going on.
Yeah, what I really want to do is buy some land and stick up a condominium.
Okay. How do you feel about Bluffdale?
I don't even know where that is.
It's over by Stephenville. It's about 45 minutes away.
North, south, east, west.
Southwest. Had to think about that for a second.
Closer, like south of Fort Worth.
Yep, south of Fort Worth, a little bit west of Fort Worth. Kind of like if you go to Weatherford and go straight south.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you got out there?
I got 2 1-acre lots on a body of water that are ready for development, and barn dominium would be okay. One of them has a fishing dock or a fish and boat dock.
You want to send me those listings?
I can, yeah, absolutely. What's your email?
CRZYPRTORINC@gmail.com. It's supposed to be crazy Puerto Rican, but the last 2 letters are transposed.
Got it. I dig it. And you said it's at Gmail?
Yeah.
Awesome. Crazy Puerto Rican. That's hilarious.
I actually have it tattooed on my chest.
That's even funnier, man. I'm not Puerto Rican, I'm Peruvian, and I also have a big old fat tattoo on my chest. So,
That's what's up.
hey, man, it's por la raza.
That represent.
Gotta represent. But right on, man. Well, cool. Yeah, I'll email these over to you, and then let me know what your schedule looks like this week so I can have you come take a look at what I got.
All right, cool deal.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
What was your name again?
My name's Chris Beery. I'll send you my information here in a little bit.
All right, cool.
Cool? All right. Bye. Sometimes you just make connections. I actually have somebody who's looking at that AC in a very similar fashion. It reminds me, I wanted to go ahead and text him. Let's see. Okay, here's another one in Arlington. 50 days on market. Over off of Green Oaks. Love it. What am I verifying? I'm pulling up tax roll to see, do they still own it? They're related to the agent. They still own it. Doesn't appear to be related to the agent. Wow, they've owned it for a while. So let's see if we can track them down real quick. Very uncommon names, so this should just pop right up. Should only be one. There's only one.
Please leave your message for 214.
That's a double tap. No rings means do not disturb, unless it's off.
Please leave your message for 21424044141.
Yes, hi, my name's Chris. I was calling to get in touch with Mrs. Johnson about a property that she had for sale at 222 Mahogany Drive. If you don't mind, if I have the right number, give me a call back. My phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Thanks. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. There we go. Cool. Same deal. Send a quick little text message to follow up. And then call the next number. Now, only one record, meaning I only have one person, but this one person's file, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential mobile numbers that might be accurate. So we try them all. It also gives me an idea of their age.
Please leave your message for 21.
Ooh, another double tap scenario.
Please leave.
That one's off. That one is indeed off, so I'll text that one back in a second. Try the next number.
Subscriber, you have.
That's not right. 00. Normally, the further I get down the list, the less accurate they are, but example A.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Alfredo C. Guajardo.
Not the person I was looking for. It's okay, just a quick little copy and a quick little paste to these numbers that I called. Okay, that's it. That was all the numbers I had. But I sent the text message, so now I have a way to follow up, and I know I can pull that number up again real quick in the same system. we're still calling Arlington. And today is the day that I won't make it through this whole list. Even with a full team here making phone calls, I won't make it through this full list. 500 leads in a day, like this, onesie twosie, which is how I prefer to do the expireds. We could upload all of these into a triple dialer. There are plenty of agents that do that. Only thing I find with the triple dialer is that you end up on the spam list a lot quicker. So your answer rate goes down. And you end up kind of, if you've ever driven like an automatic car and you don't put your foot all the way down on the clutch when you're pressing the gas, and you kind of end up stalling out the car, something similar happens when you're on the phone. You end up answering the phone call for somebody that wasn't really interested, and then someone who was interested answers at the same time, and they get a callback message, and then they're like, oh, forget that number. So when you go call them back, it doesn't work. So single line dialing or just one at a time dialing, albeit slower, for leads like this that are going to get absolutely blasted with phone calls today because their listing expired, tends to work a little bit better because it's how you stand out against the bogus ones. Again, that's my opinion. For all I know.
Please leave your message for 830-481-9003.
Yes, hi Caitlin, my name is Chris. I'm calling you about the property that you had for sale right here at 6712 Meadowcrest Drive. I'm interested in buying it from you. If you don't mind giving me a call back, my phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Thanks, look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. I think that was the only phone number I had for this person. So I'm going to text. So it's getting to be that time of day. That's the other thing, is now it's 8:45. I'm not alone. There are other sharks in these waters making these phone calls along with me. So if you're not first, you're last. I think that's Ricky Bobby saying. Talladega Nights. Didn't want to look at that. I want to look at tax roll. Keep in mind, guys, I'm really only fishing one fish. One catch makes me happy today. That's all I need. That's all I want. It's just one. Oh, that makes me upset. My car wash just charged my card for a monthly subscription, which is fine. But they've also been like down for maintenance for like the last 2 weeks, so I feel like I should get a discount there. All right, there we go. Found him. He just moved. Just moved. Moved to Granbury. Got out of Dodge. So let's call him.
Hello,
Good morning. Is this David?
this is.
Hi, David. My name is Chris Beery. I'm calling you about the property that you had for sale on Carthage Way. Came up as an expired today, and just curious to know if you're still planning on selling it.
We're trying to figure that out. We're not sure at the moment.
Okay. Well, just so you're aware, I am a licensed realtor, but really I'm calling as an interested buyer. I buy properties as investments, and this is in my market area. I'd love to be able to discuss something that, see if we can get something that works for both of us.
Were you just talking to a lady about doing an assumption with Ovation?
No, sir. Although I wouldn't really recommend assumptions or ovations. There's other ways to do either of those, but ovations these days kind of tend to be an issue. You're giving up equity in an unstable market, so it's kind of like what happens if you get to the end of the line, property values drop, and you don't have enough money to satisfy the ovation and the underlying like you as the seller, etc. So, I mean, it's doable, but it wouldn't be my plan of action. There's better ways to approach that, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I've got 817-600-2077. Is that how I could reach you if I want to speak about this? Today's my birthday, and I just got my lazy ass out of bed. I haven't had coffee yet.
Happy birthday, David. Absolutely. I'm so sorry to be bugging you. Yes, that's my personal cell phone number. That's where I'm calling you from.
Okay.
Go enjoy your birthday. I'll warn you, you went expired today, so you're going to get a handful of these calls.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to put your phone on Do Not Disturb or something for the rest of the day, because I'm likely not the last.
Okay. Well, thanks for the warning. Thank you.
Absolutely. If I don't hear from you by like middle of next week, can I reach back out?
Oh, that'll be fine, yes.
Awesome. All right, David. Well, I appreciate you taking my call, and this is my cell phone. Can I go ahead and send you my information as well? What's a good email address for you?
DCKEASSR@gmail.
DCKEASSR@gmail. Got it.
Right.
All right. Thanks, David. I appreciate you. You have a good birthday, and we'll be talking soon.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Bye-bye. That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. That doesn't sound like anything to the untrained person, but that is a lead. That's a real lead. So we're going to stop what we're doing, stick him in the CRM real quick so I don't have to forget that guy. Keys. Senior. 7692. Boop, doo, 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 boop, boop. For those of you who don't know what an ovation is an agreement where you essentially say, hey, you turn a property that you own into a joint venture with someone else. And you say, hey, I've got the property, I've got this deal, you come in, you bring your construction, your materials, your money, and you fix it up, and then we split whatever the profits are at the end of the day. Well, in this instance, this listing is in great condition. There's no reason for him to do an ovation, because what's the ovation going to do? He's given up equity for someone to come in and do little to nothing for the deal. So, but it's also a nice way of setting traps for other people, other agents, which I think I did pretty effectively, considering that I pretty much warned him, hey, you're going to get lots and lots of phone calls today. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. And that way, all my competition just went out the window. And that's why it's important to be first. That's why we make these phone calls early. Because by the end of the day, these people will not be answering the phone calls anymore. Come Monday, they're going to get another wave of them. But that's okay. By Monday, they'll be jaded. They'll just hang up. You got to be first. These people have been getting 0 phone calls for all this time that they've been on the market. And so, maybe not quite 0, but pretty dang close to 0 compared to the number of phone calls they're about to get. So, if you can kind of put the bug in their ear, like, hey, I'm calling you, I'm the right person to talk to. Everybody else that's going to call you after this is going to be calling you to pitch you something kind of like me, but worse. So, turn off your phone. Oh, man. Listing agents. Take good photography, please. Do a good job by your clients. This one they withdrew from the market, and it only had expired today. So, same deal. We can speculate about what their deal was, why they took it off the market. But I'm just verifying that they still own it and that they're not related to the listing agent that they had. And we're going to call and find out the rest.
The service you are attempting to use has been restricted or is unavailable. please contact customer care for assistance. Message TX.
Ooh. This is a house in the entertainment district. I'm gonna have to blow this guy up. Not really, but it means I'm not gonna leave him alone. Entertainment district in Arlington is hard to find properties in. It's one of the only places that you can do an Airbnb or a short-term rental, so.
Hello?
Yes, hi, am I speaking with Mr. Stout?
Most of the time.
I appreciate that. My name's Chris, Mr. Stout. I'm calling you about this house that you'd had for sale on Altman Drive.
Yeah.
It's showing up like it's not for sale anymore. Wanted to check with you. What's your plans with it?
I still sell it, but nobody wants to give what I want for it, so I ain't selling it.
Gotcha. What is it that you wanted for it?
$350.
Okay, and that's before closing costs and commissions?
That's what I want to get out of it.
Okay, I just pulled it. Leah, it looks like you had it on the market for $350 and you were paying an agent and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what you were planning on walking away with after you got that $350?
$350. I was paying an agent. I ain't paying one no more.
Gotcha. Okay. So if you can't walk away with $350, you're not selling it.
I don't want to.
Okay. What had you put it on the market to begin with? Just because you thought you could get that price, or were you going somewhere?
I've been living in this house since 1954.
Goodness. Okay.
So,
Ready for a
I'm
change?
70 years old.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to retire here in about 2 years.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not staying in this shithole of Arlington no more, if I can help it.
I understand. Especially that part of town you're in has changed quite a bit since you've been there.
Well, there was a dirt road out in front of my house when we moved here.
It's not a dirt road anymore.
Randall Mill was the north end of the city limits of Arlington.
Wow.
This road, Center Street, just stopped at Randall Mill back in the day.
Okay.
So
So you're just looking to kind of make a move. Are you getting out to the country, or did you have a place in mind?
I've got a couple of places I can go to
Okay. All right.
already.
Already? Okay.
Yeah.
Are they properties you own, or just people you can go stay with?
I can't bring my wife and the kids with me. If
Gotcha.
I'm going to stay with somebody,
Gotcha.
I own some property.
Yeah. Okay. Good for you. That's what you should do. Okay. Well, I am interested in this one. I'm in Arlington. This is where I live. It's my hometown. So, I definitely see the potential on something like this over here.
Well, the guy that owns the vacant lot next to me,
Yes, sir.
he's trying to get me to sell it to him, and he won't come up with enough money.
How much does he want to give you?
He wanted to give me $265.
Okay.
I told him to try a cat. Another guy come up and said he had cash in hand. He would give me $250 for it. But
Yeah.
the other guy's got enough money to pay cash if he wanted to,
Yeah. No, I get you.
because he owns that property, and then my house he wants, and the house next door to me he wants, and then he owns all the land the other side down to the corner to Helen already. He just wants to doze this stuff down and build some apartments or something.
Well, if I could get you pretty close to $350, would you sell it to me on payments?
It depends on how much you had down.
You tell me. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the beauty of working a deal like that is how much you need, and we can kind of work the deal however we want. We can say to hell with the banks. It's just me and you. Forget cash. It's all cash.
Yeah. I really like to have all my money at one time.
I hear you. It depends. I hear some folks that say they don't want all their money at one time, or they'll go spend it. So sometimes it's nice to have the payments coming in regular. What's stopping you from renting this one out and just keeping it as a rental property?
Because I'm living in it.
Yes, sir. But yeah, as far as renting it out and going and moving to one of your properties, do they need to be built on still?
It was a rent property one time after I moved out.
Yes, sir.
For a little while, I rented it out, and it come back. It was in shambles.
Yep. Well,
I remodeled it, and now about year before last, I done a remodel job on it, and I don't want it tore up.
yeah. No, I
But
get
if
that.
somebody else owns it, I don't care what they do with it.
Sure. Yeah. They'll let them have a tenant tear it up, and they can go back and fix it up after everything's said and done. I'm real interested in it. I'd be willing to work a deal with you if we could come up with something that made you happy and made me happy, or at least made us both equally unhappy, right? Because that's where the deals are
Well,
going.
that's true too. Yeah, it's like right now I'm out here plowing my garden and mowing the grass. And
Sure. What?
70's getting to be a little old. This lot's a half acre.
Yeah, that's
66 foot wide and 311 foot deep.
and it looks like you got quite the garden out back from what I can see on the pictures.
That's what I'm plowing on right now.
Okay. Well,
It's been too wet. I hadn't been able to until the day I can get in it. So I'll get it plowed and get it planted tomorrow. Again.
it's a good weekend to do it. It's a good weekend to do it before, in
Yeah.
between all this water. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I got all my stuff in the ground a couple weeks ago, and I've been having to fight with all the cold weather we've been having to keep everything from dying. But I got all my peppers in, all my tomatoes in, so yeah. So, well, Mr. Stout, what you tell me? When's a good time? I'd like to come by and take a look at it, at least shake your hand and see if we can work out a deal. If not, no problem. I get it. I would probably do the same
Come
thing.
by anytime you want to this weekend. I'm here.
Okay, this weekend I'm
I'll
gonna.
be going to the gas station. This weekend, what now?
I was gonna say this weekend I'm a little indisposed because we're actually heading out of town next weekend. Is it okay if I give you a call on Monday and we set something up for me to come by?
Yeah, one day next week in the afternoon.
In the
I'm
afternoon.
going to the ball game.
Okay,
Me and my buddy, we're leaving the ball game Monday
good for you.
night, but
Okay. Well, yeah.
I'll be available Tuesday and Wednesday for sure, probably.
Okay, and just so you know, just to give you a heads up, your property expired this morning, so I know you withdrew it from the market a little while ago, but that agreement you had with Polly officially expired this morning. So,
I don't know. She's my sister. It don't matter.
gotcha. Well, here's the deal. One of the reasons why I'm telling you that is because I'm not going to be the first phone call you get like this today. You're probably going to get a few. So,
Well, I've been getting them for 2 weeks.
have you? Okay, yeah. I just wanted to give you the heads up that you're going to get a bunch today. So, and probably some more on Monday. But I'll give you a call on Monday, Mr. Stout, and we'll kind of touch base and see if we can schedule a time for me to come out there and take a look at it and see if we can work out a deal that makes you happy.
Okay.
Does that work?
I appreciate you calling.
I appreciate you, Mr. Stout. You have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye. That's another lead for the CRM. Sometimes the goal isn't always to set appointments. Sometimes the goal is just to add people to the CRM that you can follow up with. Because the more you follow up, the more deals you do. And I'll be honest, $350, gonna have to be a heck of a deal. He'd pretty much have to give me the payments, and I would just have to owe him that debt towards the end of the deal, which he may not be into. But he's not getting $350 any other way. I'll tell you that much. It's too high for the house. It's too small of a house for that price, but it wouldn't be a good apartment, but it would be a great Airbnb. So all I'm doing here is I'm writing down his information because when I'm done today, I'm going to go back and put all these people back through the CRM, put in my notes, make sure that I have everything in there. So I want to make sure I get his phone number. Just like that, we move on to the next one. Oh, that's the end of Arlington. Hey, look at that. We finished Arlington, so on to the next. I know there's one in DWG I wanted to call on Ambassador Row. Ooh. It's a beat up townhome. I only like the townhomes in the right areas, in the right condition. I want them to be a real beat up. Oh, man. 1 second. Jackson. What's up? 3400 Ambassador Row. Owner's name is Lee Shin Woo. Yeah. It's in Dalworthington Gardens. It's a beat up townhome. Real beat up. I like this area too. These are good townhomes. They make good flips. So 3400 Ambassador Row. Go call that one. That's you. Yep. getting real good at identifying the Chinese names. Now that I got a couple Chinese guys on the team, they kind of tell me how names are worked out and different family names. And, you know, I lived in Arlington long enough to kind of know the difference between a Vietnamese name against the other ones. Korean is another one that I do a pretty good job from working at a Korean restaurant, or at least a Korean-owned restaurant. Pretty good at determining the Korean-specific names, but the other nationalities I haven't always had the greatest luck determining. But fortunately, this one's easy because Jackson's last name is Wu. This lady's last name is Wu. Woohoo. We can put it together. So, and again, for all we know, she doesn't want to work with another Chinese person, except for the agent that she worked with or had it on the market with appeared to also be Chinese based on their name. And again, you can tell a lot from a name. Not everything. We're making a stretch. It's a little bit of an assumption, but an educated assumption. So let's go down here. I'm going to call Burleson. Burleson's a good part of town I want to be in. Okay. Let's see. Just making sure that this is not new construction. It's not. It's pre-owned. Pre-owned in Burleson, and they're selling it already. It was a new construction when they bought it. Ooh. I kind of see why they're selling it. It's right on the... It's literally right on the inlet gate of the neighborhood. That sucks. That's a bad location. But they were willing to let it go for cheap. Why didn't they sell it at that price? Analysis paralysis is what's happening right now. Not much. I'm just checking that they still own it. Yep, they haven't sold it. Looks like he went through a divorce. They held it off the market as a rental. Man, they couldn't get it rented either. So let's go back and let's see. Let's see if we can get them on the phones and see if we can buy it from them. Maybe they'll owner finance it. That's kind of what we're looking for here. They only bought it a few years ago. Everything looks good. And they were on the market for a while. It doesn't look like they were able to get at least. So now this is a situation where we get names like this one, Oluwambipe, that sometimes get difficult to track down. Oh, there she is. Oh yeah, there it is. That's her. She's young. I'm going to refer to her as Mrs. Williams, possibly. We'll see. It's difficult. With other cultures, I want to make sure that I'm respectful. There's a good book called Handshake, Hug, or Bow, and it talks about doing business amongst different cultures. And so I tend to be pretty sensitive to the fact that different cultures have a different way of doing business depending on how long that person spent in that culture, how much business they did in that culture. Just because you have somebody with a certain nationality or ethnicity or anything like that doesn't necessarily mean that they subscribe to the stereotypical way of doing business of their nationality, of their ethnicity. But in some instances,
And a lot of that just depends on how long they spent living in it and operating in it, how much of it rubbed off on them from their parents, from their community, if they spent time in it. Other times, people have been here long enough, they know the way of the world, they know the way of Texas real estate, and we can just do business like we would with any other person. But if we do have to make adjustments, I like to make those adjustments. Not for me. Well, in part for me, it increases my success ratio. But mostly because, if you're doing business with somebody, you want to be able to make them feel comfortable. The more comfortable they are, the more willing they will do business with you. So.
Available. Please try again later.
El cliente de servicio móvil al que llama no se encuentra disponible.
Okay, I don't think that was the right number. Let's try this one. I got one more mobile number under this name. According to this, she's only 32. So I'm pretty sure cell phone's the right way to go. That and all these landlines have much different area codes than what Burleson has, so it's not likely any of those landlines are accurate.
The wireless customer.
Nope. All right. Quick bathroom break. back. All right. Nothing good yet. It's okay. Just building up the good karma. So let's keep it going. There we go. Got the right person. Gonna look them up. This is actually a Samoan name. I know that because of my Samoan buddies. Oop, wrong number I dialed though. 7188. I should get some music going. Sounds like a good idea. Underwater.
Please leave your message for 21465071188.
Yes, hi, my name's Chris. I was calling you about the property that I saw you had for sale on Belgrove Road. I was just curious to know if you're still planning on selling that property. I just might be your buyer. If you don't mind, give me a call back when you can. My phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Thanks. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. Ooh, and here we go. Now we got a motivated seller who spent 300 days on market. They just expired today. Want to make sure they have not sold. Nope, it's still theirs. Oh, but were they active contingent? They were. They were under contract. Ooh. Ooh. I kind of still want to call them. There's just, I can't tell. Some people put active contingent, and that's not really what it means. Let's make sure they haven't sold it yet. Or, I'm sorry, make sure they're not related is what I meant to say. Gillingham and Pollen. No, doesn't look like it. Let's call and find out. Same thing, no use speculating. Let's call, figure it out. Oh wow, they're in New Mexico. Cool. Let's call her up.
You've reached the voicemail of Sarah Pollen. Please leave me a message and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hi Sarah, my name's Chris Beery. I'm calling you about the property that you had for sale on Terra Drive. I can't quite tell if you were under contract or not, so I wanted to just reach out and double check. I do see that your listing expired this morning, so if you're not under contract, I am potentially interested in this property as a buyer. If you don't mind giving me a call back when you can, my phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Thanks. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. Okay. There was that. What's up, Jesse? How you doing, brother? ¿Estás comprando casas o qué? Same to you, brother. Same to you. Glad to see you doing well. Órale. Oh, there's Pops. Morning, Dad.
Hi, son. You live streaming?
Oh, yeah. What are you doing today?
Working. I go every Saturday.
You come in the office every Saturday?
Yeah.
Like it's a regular day?
Yeah.
Not even on special occasions like the first of the month? Just because?
Every Saturday.
Oh. You work 6 days a week?
It's nice and quiet here.
Not today.
Ah, good.
I'm fixing to crank some music up here in a little bit. Oh, hey, actually, speaking of, while you're here, I keep meaning to ask you. I'm going back and forth on it because we've been using the second piano in the living room to give lessons to like Nicholas. Nicholas has been begging for piano lessons, and Jackson's now begging for them too.
Yeah.
But Brooke's been dying to get me to move it out of the living room. How do you feel about moving it up here? The upright.
Great.
Not great? Okay. I figured that's what you would say.
The upright?
The upright, yeah. Yeah, the little Wurlitzer, the small one. Just figure where we have the little table in there. The little one on this wall under the TV.
I think it would be better like on your sun porch or something.
Yeah, I can't. It's not good for it. The temperature variance. Yeah. It's fine for right now. It's gonna stay put for right now because I think as long as I'm giving the kids lessons on it, I'm good. I think I'm allowed to keep it there. But she's been begging me to get rid of it for a while because we have two pianos in the same room.
Yeah, but they're two different types of pianos.
They are two different types of pianos. So, okay.
Yeah, I just walked in the door here and I was like, damn, I meant to drive by that office space.
Yeah, I'll go with you in a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know where it is, but I think we can probably find it.
Yeah, I'll go with you in a little bit. My adjuster's going to be at my house at 11:30. That's the only thing. I don't even really think I have to meet him there. My roofer's going to be there. I don't have to meet him there, right? Yeah. If the roofer's there and I don't have to be there.
No, I'm just running copies for Tina.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
I see you got a 5-star review.
I did.
Did you send her a request to review you?
I did.
Okay, because I sent a testimonial tree also.
Oh, that explains why they left it in two places.
Oh, good. I didn't know they did testimony. Yeah, well, I send it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, always. Every closing. I send, if it's ours.
Yeah. No, I kind of twisted their arm a little bit just because I've been.
Still need to bury that other one, yeah, I know.
Well, that, and I've been trying to be strategic about catching people on like in happy moments and good times. Like, hey, while you like me, go leave me a review.
That's why I do it the next day.
I did it at close. Oh, well, we were at the final walkthrough.
Okay.
Yeah, we were at the final walkthrough, and I was like, guys, help me out.
No,
Go
that's
leave me a
good.
review. So.
I mean, I won't do it if I know you were doing it, but
Yeah.
you guys haven't been real systematic.
No, and I'm not really doing it systematically either. It's literally I'm waiting for like prime opportunities.
You're asking for like a Google review. So
That's all I asked them
maybe
for.
when you ask for the Google review, let them know that you may get a survey from the broker also, from your office.
From testimonial tree. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say testimonial tree, because sometimes I send from testimonial tree, sometimes I use Real Satisfied.
Oh.
Testimonial tree is $40 a month.
Hmm.
Real Satisfied is free.
I like free.
The difference with Real Satisfied is it shows Tim Beery, it doesn't show Very Nice Homes as much. Yeah, that hasn't been an issue in the past, but they just changed their dashboard, so I'm gonna see if I can't get them to customize it a little bit.
We're a freestanding company, really.
Or just take my name off and let them do like people do, and they just put your name in the text.
You know what? I find people continue going back to Google. Yeah, I find people continue to go back to Google.
Well, and that's the benefit of testimonial tree. If they opt to, they can post their review on Google.
Yeah.
But they have to follow the instructions to do that.
Yeah. I'm lucky if I get one review, much less multiple from the same person. So.
And I just like to mix it up because because they look different on the website.
Right. Okay. Me too. I like to mix it up.
Yeah.
I like to mix it up. So.
All
All right.
All right.
Okay. Yep. Okay. A little bit of morning business.
You've reached 817-879-3551. Please leave a message.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Yes, hello. My name's Chris. I'm calling you about the property that looked like you had for sale here on Topley Drive. If you would give me a call back when you can, my phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Thanks. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks, Jesse. Nah, I've got my roofer going out there. I think this adjuster will do all right. This is the first time the adjuster's coming out. But if I feel like I need to twist their arm and get a little bit more money out of them, I'll definitely hit you up for that. But let's see what they come back with first. If I get what I want and then some, I'm not a greedy person. All I want is a new roof. Architectural shingles, at least a 30-year roof. Black. Ya tú sabes, papi. Nope.
The number you do.
So, moving on now. Let's see, 5 contacts in for the day. I'll try and get at least 10. So we're about halfway through at this moment. And then I'm going to look at some office space with my dad later. Expanding the operation some. Hey, I will do that, bro. I appreciate that.
Hello?
Hello, is this Christopher?
Yes.
Hi, Christopher. My name's Chris Beery. I'm calling you about this property that you had for sale on Balsam Drive.
I don't have that property anymore.
Oh, you don't have that property anymore. Okay, so you guys managed to sell it?
Yeah, when did you see it for sale?
I'm looking at it, 512 Balsam. Looks like it showed up as an expired today. So I take it you guys managed to sell it off market?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, and the deal's done. You've already sold it and transferred it and all that?
Yep, thanks.
Here we go. That's contact. Verified, tried. Should have asked him for a referral before that went away, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm trying to figure out how I can there we go. we go. Copy. Beautiful. Doing a little bit of team management here while I'm here. So you'll excuse me if it looks like I'm not lead generating. It's because I'm not. I can admit to that. This is what happens whenever you have a team, whenever you have a business that you're running. You kind of have to get in here and sometimes play around with stuff. Okay, team management. Awesome. There we go. Morning, Luis. How's it going, brother? Actually, while I'm here, I'll tell you. Here getting some work done. Just waiting on you, Papa. I'm here. All right. Done. Moving on. I like Everman, right? Yes, I love Everman. Cool. It's one of those that I had to think about it for a second. Everman. Yes, I like Everman. South Fort Worth. Same thing. Making sure that they still own it. Yep. Getting text messages from clients because it's the morning time. That's when that happens. Ooh, big cul-de-sac lot, pie-shaped lot. Oh, interesting. What did this house look like? It would appear that this person bought it to flip it based on the loan history. This looks like they bought it to flip it based on the loan history. So let's see if we gotta bail them out. Cause, oh, they refinanced. They just refinanced. Yeah, they just refinanced. Let's see if they're gonna try something else. Let's give her a call. Do not speculate, just make the call. When in doubt, make the call. I make a lot of references to fishing because I like to fish. And when you do something well enough, whether that's martial arts, weightlifting, sales, fishing, running a family, running a home, you find that you see the way in all things, right? Everything kind of requires similar disciplines that can be communicated from one discipline to another. And
your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
It's really hard to catch a fish when your line's not in the water. And if you don't have your line in the, or I'm sorry, yeah, if you have your line in the water and you don't set the hook every time you think there's a fish on, you're probably not going to catch any fish. So it's just like that. When in doubt, make the call. When in doubt, just try. Least you can do is try. So I'm going to try one more phone number for this contact and move on, because she's a property flipper, which we still work with on occasion. But it's our experience. They're typically looking for a deal.
Please leave your message for
That person had a very fun voicemail message. All right. As is pinhole leak in HVAC system. Ooh, see, I like these, the ones that have problems. The properties that have problems that were listed on the market and didn't get sold. Probably by no fault of the agent other than just inappropriate list price, which appears to be the case here. So check. Do they have a relationship or with the agent? No. Is it still the original? Okay. And yep, same owner. So let's look them up. I'm sure my wife is watching these sometimes and just wonders how I ever get anything done by how easily I get distracted. Hey, thanks, Jesse, brother. I appreciate you. That means a lot to me, more than you know. I really do. I appreciate any reviews. If you ever done business with me or anything like that, it always helps. It always helps. So. Now I want to go read that review. Let's see, Jesse. What do you really think of me, bro? Awesome. You rock, brother. I really do appreciate that. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Let's keep it up. Let's find some more deals. This house has some serious mulberry trees in front of it. I mean, serious mulberry trees. These things are a mess. Yes, hi, my name's Chris. I was looking for Michael. I'm calling about the property that was for sale on Chambers Creek Drive. I'm interested in buying that one. If you wouldn't give me a call back, my phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Bye-bye. So we're going to keep going through. Let's see, 903, 6 expire.
sorry, we can't talk on the phone right now. If you leave your name and number, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you.
Memory full.
Bummer. Bummer. Go ahead and make a quick little follow-up call just to confirm an appointment for today.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 75780322252 is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Uh-oh, that was Felicia. She's my appointment today. Good morning, Felicia. Just a... see. Appointment today at 2:30. Just so I am sure that I am fully prepared. Okay. What happened?
I just got off the phone with the guy who owns 1,700 properties.
What?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, I pulled up his record on full warrant. It shows that he has 80 something, but it's all in a trust.
I mean, still. Okay, hold on. Do you know how to check it in batch leads?
No.
Give me one of his properties.
308 Redbud Wilmer.
Redbud in Wilmer, Texas?
Yeah.
Redbud.
Yeah, but these are all of the properties that he's wanting to sell need fix and flip. But he's, like I said, he owns 1,700.
Good God, man.
Wait. Does it tell you how much?
He owes 560. He only has $1 million in liens open against them. His total portfolio equity is $75 million.
Damn.
Holy hell, bro.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
And he just wants to liquidate? How many of them are in DFW and how many of them are in Wilmer?
Well, these are all the fix and flips. 4 in Little Elm and
Lake Worth.
Dallas, and Wilmer.
And he wants to sell. How much will he sell all of them for?
I'm not sure. He told me to take a look at it and then send him an offer.
Put them together and see if we can buy them all at 50 cents as a package.
Okay.
Damn, bro. Good job. That's why we call expireds, man. That's why we call expireds.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy, and he was like, "Yeah, we're cousins now, so take a look."
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Your cousins now?
Yeah, he asked me how to say my name, but I was like, "Yeah, that's my mom's name," but I taught him, and then I told him my name.
What's his name?
Cause.
Cause?
Well, he has a weird name. I should have asked.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this is the owner profile. Property details. Yeah, it's under Cami Real Property Trust.
Yeah. Well, this is his phone number.
Oh, let's see. Let's look him up that way. What is it?
972-365-3630.
Cosro Sedegian.
Cosro Sedegian, yeah.
Plus, okay. What is Mr. Cosro? What the hell do you do? Logistics.
Trucking?
Real
Yeah, because when I searched Cami Investments up, trucking came up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean this is definitely him. He's in Santa Barbara.
I'm not sure. I didn't ask where he was at. He might be in Denton, cause his trucking business is in Denton too.
He's been all over the place. Yeah, I mean this is definitely him.
Yeah.
says, yeah. Says he works for a logistics company out of Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
But
Fuck yeah.
oh, he's in the news, bro.
Oh shit. Exploited and threatened them. Oh shit. Damn.
You know what that sounds like to me? Motivation.
Motivation.
That's motivation. Has a 4-bedroom brick on Flower Mountain, Denton County suburb. First Creek Center program. Any investments? Just for big upfront fees from the office. Yep, that's what it is. He's overextended.
What does that mean? Overextended. Got too much?
He's got too much.
That's the thing? You could have too much properties?
I mean, if you don't know how to manage them appropriately, yeah. You can't be a slumlord. Wow. I mean, they got an A+ on the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's look them up. I've run into Kami before. I'd say this is probably it right here. Zachary Sedagian.
That's his son. He's a realtor.
Yep. And his trustee. Let's see about their... They got a management company here too. That must not be him. No, that's a different one.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with him, it's gonna be hard to get a deal done because he's very knowledgeable in real estate. He has that much fucking properties.
No, but that's the thing. That's the other thing he knows is that like if the properties are in disrepair, we have to buy them at 50 cents on the dollar. We have to, not because we're trying to get rich off of them, but because we have to. They're not profitable investments otherwise most of the time, right? That's that magic number that by the time you run all your numbers and you get everything in place, your offer price typically comes in right at 50 cents. So, yeah, man. Yeah. Finish your lead gen and then run all those, and let's make that dude an offer today. Heck yeah, brother. That's what we're looking for. So, sometimes you get lucky. But you can't get lucky if you're not present and working towards the opportunities. Or at least it's really hard to. Okay, call these two an Everman. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm finding a different city to call, so that way me and Jackson don't overlap each other. And I'm mostly picking cities that I feel comfortable just going and driving to today. Looks like I'm going to go to Dallas. Dallas, I'm going to be picky though. I'm only driving to Dallas for investment deals. I'm not taking any listings out there. And that's on purpose. Here's one. It expired in 0 days. Oh, because it's stuck at his coming soon. Wow. Sold for $12,000 10 years ago, though. That's crazy. So let's make sure they still own it. Let's make sure they're not related to the agent. They did sell it. Oh, no. To this investment group.
So let's look up the investment group. Perfect. Only one of them. Ah, and they're smart. Oh, but not that smart. Only got to look up one guy. Mina. Kaigi. And 75035. Making a little spectator sport out of this. Okay. I'll look at these, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you, Jesse. Sending me deals. Love it. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll look at those today. Let me finish up this lead gen, and then that's a good lead. I like that.
Hello?
Yes, hi. Am I speaking with Mr. Kaigi?
Yeah, speaking.
Yes, hi, Mr. Kaigi. My name is Chris Beery. I'm calling you about the property that you guys had on the market for, looks like less than a day on Verdun Avenue in Dallas.
Yes.
I'm just curious to know if y'all are still planning on selling that property. I am interested in buying it from you if it's going to be for sale.
That's in Verdun?
It's in Morningside in Dallas. Yeah, the Verdun address, 4515 Verdun.
Yes, it will be in the market very, very soon.
Okay.
Can I give? We have somebody. We have a realtor who is doing it. Do you want me to give you his number?
I don't mind reaching out to them, but I was hoping, since it looks like your agreement with them is not active in the MLS right now. I wasn't sure if we could work out a deal where we do it off market, so that way you guys don't have to pay any commissions and I'll cover the rest of the closing costs.
No, we've already signed the agreement.
You have. Okay. All right.
Yes,
No worries.
yes.
Is it still with Martin Wachira?
Yes, it's Martin Machura.
Okay, no worries. Then I will reach out to Martin. I wasn't aware that you guys had an active agreement. It looked like it wasn't active.
No, we do. We've already signed that, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Do you have any other properties by chance? Because I am trying to buy as many as I can this year. Do you have anything else that's currently off market that you'd be selling as well?
The other one we have is not off market. Really, it's also on the market, but it's on Utah Avenue in Dallas still.
Okay, and it's active right now?
It's active. I think it's 4310 Utah Avenue.
Okay, cool. I will go look that one up as well. And same agent?
Yeah, same agent.
Okay, perfect. Yep, I'll reach out to them and see if I can get them an offer. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Kaigi. You have a good day.
All right. Thank you.
Goodbye. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 contacts in 2 hours, and we're still going. Oh, there it is, 4310 Utah, same agent. Cool. This one was on the market for 62 days. At least I don't have to call him back. Here we go. 97 days on market, 1185. They dropped the price 11,000. House definitely needs some rehab. Let's see who owns it. Please be a person, not a corporation. Hey, Asaf Sadaka. No relation. Let's give him a call. Asaf Sadaka. A couple of my agents here on the team speak Mandarin as their first language, and they've been teaching me they've been teaching me little bits of Mandarin here and there at a time, and then
yesterday was the epitomal day of asking, you know what, start teaching me the bad words. I feel like every language, there's a couple things you need to know kind of as you're learning it. Letters, basic greetings, pleasantries, how are you doing, etc. And then there's the cuss words. You got to learn the cuss words, man, especially if you're an adult. If you're a kid, obviously don't learn the cuss words, but I'm not talking to kids, I'm talking to adults. It's fun to learn cuss words in other languages because there's so much culture that's baked into how you cuss someone out in another language. And I'm really enjoying the Mandarin ones. If depending on how some of these calls go, I might just start dropping them on live and making Andy and Jackson blush with all the dirty words that I know how to say now in Mandarin. So, all right, cool. And unfortunately, I have the best heart, greatest intention. I'm an honest guy, but I have a sailor's mouth, man. I really do. It's a habit I've had since like high school, and it's never really gone away. I have to watch it when I'm talking to people. But when I get real comfortable, man, I cuss like a sailor. It's a real problem. Real problem. My wife hates it.
Hello?
Yes, hi. Am I speaking to Mr. Sadaka?
Yes.
Hi, Mr. Sadaka. My name's Chris Beery. I'm calling you about this house that you had for sale on Galva Drive.
Yeah, how can I help you?
It's showing up today as an expired listing. I was just curious to know if you're still planning on selling it.
It says expired listing?
Yes, sir, as of this morning.
All right, good to know. Thank you for letting me know.
Oh, absolutely. It's my pleasure. It means that this probably won't be the first phone call you get about it, but I don't suppose that you'd be open to selling it to me off the market, would you?
If you want to, let's do it.
Okay. Is this currently your home? Are you living here, or is it vacant?
No, it's vacant.
It's vacant. Okay. What kind of close date would you be looking at? Something pretty quick, 2-3 weeks would be doable?
Yeah, anytime.
Okay. When can I meet you out there? Do you have some time tomorrow?
Why do you need to meet me over there?
So I can take a look at it and bring you a contract?
Oh, you can go over there. I can give you the keys.
Okay. How do I get the keys from you?
What's your name?
My name's Chris Beery, Beary. My license number, I am licensed, by the way, but I'm calling as a buyer, not as a real estate agent. I get that question a lot. But I have a license number. You can look me up. I am who I say I am. I live in Arlington also, so I'm not too far away. I don't know if you're close.
I understand. So I'll tell you what's going on. Are you looking to buy for investments or for living over there?
As an investment.
Okay, cool. So I'll tell you what. I don't know if you're familiar with the area too much.
Okay.
But hold on 1 second, my friend.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Just my kids just brought me pancakes.
Oh, how sweet. Very fun.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what's going on. This whole area, in probably 10 years, this place is going to be demoed and, new.
Sure.
New construction is going to be over there. It's kind of a only pocket with those prices in Dallas.
Right. Well, yeah, in North Dallas for sure.
So, my plan was to hold it until then.
Okay.
But we're moving, and I'm not going to be able to be close to this.
Okay.
So I'm going to sell the house.
Okay.
That's the only reason.
Sure.
I bought it, I fixed it, and pretty much what I'm asking is pure my investment in the house, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So that's the bottom line.
I understand. Well,
I'll just tell you up front.
Sure.
The roof needs to be fixed. It's something that I just didn't have time to do. To bring my guys over there.
Sure.
But everything else is renovated. So it's pretty much, and I replaced the gas line a few weeks ago. The house was on a contract and fell down because of two things.
Okay.
we fix them.
Okay.
Pretty much it's I'm just sharing with you everything.
I appreciate
to make
that.
sure I'm not wasting your time, and
Sure.
and you're not mine.
Absolutely.
So the house was on the market. Someone put an offer, full price, and pretty much it failed because they found a problem with the gas line.
Okay.
And he was afraid to deal with this.
Of course.
So the project failed, and I spent another $5,000, and we replaced all the gas line.
Right.
And then we fixed the furnace with this and everything. So everything works well right now.
Okay. So it's the gas line and everything else is in good working order.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's new.
It's new. Okay. And you were living
Yeah.
here before, or was this a rental property for you?
No, no one lived in this house before.
No one. Okay.
Like,
Not since
someone
you.
lived, but when I bought the house, we renovated, and since then no one lived over there.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm seeing that now. It looks like you just bought it, back in May? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you, well, let me ask you this. I mean, would you be open to, if I could get you your price, would you be open to owner financing it? That way you're not a landlord?
Come on, don't waste my time.
I'm not wasting your time. It's a legitimate question, you know. I would wonder why you wouldn't keep it as a rental property.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
I told you. I just it's not what I do for a living. It's not
Sure.
what I like to do.
Okay.
I just and we're moving, so I don't want to deal with this, you know.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, and a lot of the folks that I talk to that, you know, they would love to be landlords if it were easy, and that's one of the reasons why owner financing works, because then it's easy. You're not paying taxes, you're not paying insurance, you're not doing property maintenance, you're just collecting monthly passive income, you're getting the price that you want. I mean, is there anything else other than getting the price that you want that was important to you?
Yeah, that I don't get right now.
I get you. Okay. Have you ever watched those commercials on TV? I used to see them all the time. Like, it's my money and I want it now. I mean, I'm more than happy to make you a cash offer as an investor, but it typically means at a discount. And I mean, if that's the case, what's stopping you from putting it back on the market?
Oh, you're good at sales, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, but really at the end of the day, I'm not here to sell you on anything or twist your arm and make you do something that doesn't make sense. My job is just to give you options and information so that way you can make a sound business decision. I want you to be happy and just as happy as me, if not just as happy as me, as just as unhappy as me, because then it's a fair deal, right?
My dear friend, it's very simple. There is a house.
Yep.
This house can be a great investment,
Absolutely.
for every person that want to deal with this.
Sure.
If you want to put an offer, put an offer.
Okay.
I'm not into all those weird, scenarios. I'm into do it straight and forward, and that's it.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, that sounds good. More than happy to make you an offer on it. And if we don't get something worked out, perfectly fine. But I do wish you the best of luck either way. I hope you get whatever you want out of it, okay?
Cool. So you don't want to go over there?
Let me run numbers on it and see if I can even make you, if my cash offer is going to come in less than what I think you even owe on it, then I'll probably hang tight.
All right.
Sound good?
Have a good day.
Absolutely. Same to you, Mr. Sadaka.
Bye.
Bye-bye. What's up, Tiff Taff? Sure. Yeah. Oh my gosh. One or two. So Knob Creek is my personal favorite.
What is it called?
Knob Creek. Knob, Knob, Creek. There's Woodford Reserve is a good one. Depending on it's real. So what's it for? I guess that helps because I could tell you like my absolute favorite of all time, but they're hard to find.
Katie and Joe. Just take the edge off for everything.
Gotcha.
They like to drink. I know they're drink. Like they both drink.
So like if you got Knob Creek single barrel, so there's two. There's small batch, which is 90 proof. And then there's single barrel, which is like 100 to 110 proof. So it's a little bit stronger, but it's significantly better. Both of those are accessible. You're going to find those at any liquor store you walk into right now. Probably arguably one of the best ones you can get for that price point. If
If you wanted to go dishing out some cash, you could go up to Woodford Reserve. If you wanted to really spend some cash and say you love them, you could go get some Blantons. Blantons. Blantons.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Appreciate that so much.
For sure.
Yeah. Anyways, I can't wait to catch up with you guys eventually. I miss the family
Same, darling. We miss you too.
right now. Yeah. I hope you guys are good. You sound really great, which tells me that you're doing really good.
I'm doing wonderful. Doing wonderful.
Good, good. Okay.
All right,
I'll
darling.
catch you later. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
You're welcome, darling. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you too.
It's my cousin. So sometimes you work with tough people. Anyway, that was a tough conversation. You never know. The guy's obviously motivated. He wants to sell it, but he doesn't need to sell it. So that's the question. I appreciated the compliment. He said I was good at sales, so I'll take that. I'll take it. Here we go. Another deal owned by the agent. That's okay. I do still work with agents, but that's not what I'm looking for today. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. One that was listed on the market as an investor special. Sat for 101 days. They never pulled it. It just didn't sell in that time frame. Ooh, and it's nasty. These are the good ones. So this one I'm going to call right now. Hopefully I'm calling him before anybody else does. I have a feeling that because it's Saturday, I'm not going to have too much competition behind me. But you never know. Again, just checking to make sure. Yep. Looks like we have a dead person on title, which does happen. And I say that with all the sensitivity in the world. It's just part of what we do is we occasionally end up with properties that are owned by people who are no longer of this world. And that often poses problems for people. Yep. He's definitely gone. So let's see here. Let's give him a call. They were on the market for way too high. What was this agent thinking? Ooh, that bugs me. Grinds my gears. Probably wasn't the agent's fault, if I'm honest. It was probably had more to do with the actual client. Sometimes clients have an idea in mind and they refuse to shake off of it, but we still have an ethical obligation not to knowingly take listings that are overpriced. And here's the deal. The only way that you know it's overpriced, is by trying. You put it on the market, doesn't work, doesn't happen. You do everything else right. Marketing's good, photography's good, showing activity is good, but you're not getting any offers. It's overpriced.
The subscriber you have dialed.
Yeah, that makes sense because he's probably not with us anymore. I'm going to call this other person on title. And I'm willing to bet you once this all gets oh no. She's gone too. Okay, there's one other person I can check. Let's check him out. He appears to still be with us, so let's see. It looks like they might all be siblings, but it could explain why it didn't sell and why they didn't get their price. It's because the property's in disrepair. Man, I think we have 3 people who have passed away. I need to look up obituaries. That's it. We're going to the probate records. So we're going to go to Dallas County Public Records. We're going to go to, not civil courts. We're going to personal property records. I'm going to do an advanced search. I'm going to go under Gilmore. John. You have to turn into a little bit of a PI, private investigator, when you're doing this kind of stuff. I spelled Gilmore wrong. I'm looking for a John what Gilmore?
John L. Gilmore. So John Gilmore, Anna Brown, deed. Ooh, let's do recorded date. Let's see, our most recent recording was in 2018. Yep, and we got a deed. Jeannie R. White, Velma Smith, hearing called after grantee. Wow. This is a property with 5 people on title. That's why. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Of Wynwood, is that what we're dealing with? It sure is. Man, oh man. Okay. Found our guy. Let's call him. Even though it says he's possibly deceased, but I think I know why it says that. Because his dad is deceased. 372-5954. Wrong number. Let's call this other John Gilmore. Ah. Okay, we got another person. Fortunately, that's the nice thing about having 6 people on title is you get lots of options. I'll get a hold of somebody.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 2147971.
Thank you.
820 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Evelyn. This is Chris Beery. I'm calling you about the property that you guys had for sale on Kruger Street. If you would please give me a call back when you can. My phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Thanks. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice.
Gotta double tap those.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 2147.
Made no disclosure about 70 years old. Let's see if they have a landline. It's ringing.
sorry that we cannot take your call at the moment. Please leave your name and your number, and we will call you back as soon as possible. Thank you for calling, and have a blessed day.
Yes, good morning, Evelyn. My name is Chris Beery. I think I just called and left you a voicemail on your cell phone number as well, but I was just trying to get in touch with you about this house on Kruger Street. I'm interested in buying it from y'all. I'm not sure if it's still for sale or not. I see that it expired off the market today, so I wasn't sure if y'all were still trying. But if you would give me a call back when you can, my phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Thank you. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. Yep, and I found his obituary. He died in April of 2020. April 30th, 2020. So he's going on 3 years since he passed away. So, oh, but he looks like he lived to be just over 80. It's not a bad life. Okay. I think I got who I wanted to touch base with. That's enough time spent on that. Go ahead and move on to the next one. I left a voicemail for the right person, so now it's in someone else's hands. Here's another one. 100 days on market. Drastically reduced price. Oh yeah, just not reduced enough. So let's call them and let's see if we can get it for a deal. Okay. Oh no, they were under contract whenever they sold, or whenever they expired. Dang. That's okay. On to the next. Ooh, condo in Dallas. Not gonna do it. New construction in Dallas. Not gonna do it. Oh, here we go. Ow. Agent and the owner have the same last name. That's why we look. That's why I look. Here we go. Another crappy condo in Dallas. Owned by the agent. Please call agent owner. Tenant moving out January 22nd. Vacant. Price reflects as is. Will be remolded after January 31. Okay, so that explains they must have taken it. Oh, but it was under contract whenever they expired also. Update your listing agreements, guys. It's easy. It's easy. It's one-page document. One page, 2 signatures, and it's all up to date. Don't let your stuff expire. You're just letting your clients get blown up. Or if you're the agent, you're getting blown up. Not everybody's not being this particular and doing the research before they make the call, as they shouldn't be, as I shouldn't be, but I'm making it through, so. Okay. What's the deal with this? Condo in Dallas, but in the right part of Dallas that I would own a condo in. What are the HOA fees? Ugh! $800 a month condo fees for 1,200 square foot condo? No way. Goodbye. Next. $700 a year? That's better. Still don't want that one, so I'm going to skip it. There you go. Miller and Washington, different names. Do you still own it? No. When did you sell it? Weird. I got 2 different owners here. Why? Why? Oh, real strange. So I'm showing a fully remodeled house in August of last year. What was the deal here? So I'm not going to spend too much more time on this. Originally listed December 5th. Surely this is a different... No, this is the same address. 752541, 75241. How bizarre. That's a different house. It's got to be a different house. Glenview? Glenview. What's going on here? The agent put it in wrong, surely. $820 Foxborough, $820 Foxborough. This is a real head scratcher here. Not the same house at all. What happened? Stanley Miller. Shoot, that must be a typo. "702 Foxborough Lane." That makes more sense. So let's go look for 702. That must be the one that's the right one for sale. That's why it was only on the market for a day. Yeah, and it's pending. Ooh, I would have fired that agent so fast. He didn't. She had to drop price $55,000. Yeah, because that's a pretty serious mistake. But it's pending, so it's all right. I try not to judge too hard, but sometimes you can't help it. Calling all investors. TW Legacy Investments. Okay, so see, this is another one that's owned by a corporation. Just got to make sure that the corporation doesn't have any partnership with the agent. Ooh, yeah, that's ugly. I promise one of these days I'll set it up to where you can see my screen, maybe. I promise you don't want to see the number of tabs I have open, but oh yeah, this house is all torn up. I bet you they did work to it. That's why they pulled it off. Let's find out. Yep, agent owns the LLC. Maybe she doesn't know what she's doing. Maybe we call her anyway. Okay, construction is underway. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Leave them alone. Let them do their construction. Builder, new construction. Ready. Remodeled home. Agent owner. New construction. It's kind of the funny thing about Dallas is you get a bunch of these on the market. I've gotten some great deals out of Dallas, but I try and avoid it where I can because it's just a mess. This is just a mess of leads and listings that just inappropriately priced, owned by corporations. This particular corporation is in California. Let's make sure that they have no affiliation with the agent. The problem with LLCs in California is now I'm not looking at the Texas Comptroller Entity Search, now I'm looking at California's Comptroller Entity Search, which their page is not nearly as interesting, or not nearly as sophisticated. Formed in Illinois. That's so strange. Okay, so Jessica Lemon. Statement of info. Oh, she's in good standing. Everything's active, but she's late on some of her filings. There she is, Jessica Lemon. All right, Jessica, let's find you. So Jessica lives in Carmichael, which, for those of you who don't know, means she has money. Yep, hold on. Got a text message saying it is under contract from a number I don't recognize, which means it was probably one of the leads. Pollum. Yep, that was Sarah Jane Pollum. Cool. Good for you, Sarah Jane. I'm happy for you. Let's go back to Jessica Lemon. Let's give her a call.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 9.
Gotta remember, it's 8:30 in California, so.
Your call has been...
Nope. Let's try the next California number I have, 916-757-0893.
Hello?
Yes, hi. Am I speaking with Jessica?
No, there's no one named Jessica here.
Oh, okay. No worries. Yeah, I was looking for a Jessica Cannon. I guess I have the wrong number.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi, Felicia. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing well.
I'm good. I'm good. Sorry to call you so early on your day off, but I just wanted to. Good. Hey, listen, I just wanted to touch base with you, make sure I'm prepared for you today. So I've got us down at 2:30. Is that still going to work okay?
Yes.
Okay. And I know we're looking for a cash offer today. We're going to go through that option as well. I'll show you what my numbers are and where my offer comes in at and why. But I also wanted to touch base and just see if we come to an agreement on some strategy that makes you happy, that works for you. Are you ready to move forward today, or are you going to need some time, or are you going to need to talk it over with someone else?
We'll be ready to move forward.
Okay, all right. I'm coming through to give you guys a couple different options, including a cash offer, so we'll be able to do some cross comparison and hopefully come up with a game plan today. Okay?
Okay.
Sounds great, Felicia. I look forward to seeing you at 2:30.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Our number one job in this line of work is to find motivated sellers. Someone who says, I'm ready to go today. If everything looks good, it means all I have to do is go in and ask them 2 questions. What do you want? What are you willing to take? So if I can satisfy either or both, I'm doing a deal today. I'm getting something done. I'm either taking their listing and helping them get on the market and getting it sold, or I'm buying it from them. And that's kind of just the way it goes. So in this case, spending a little bit too much time on this Ash Glen, new construction. Here we go. Like this part of Dallas, no relation to the agent, 138, 241 days on market with offered closing cost assistance, original hardwood, fairly new roof and AC unit. Love when people say fairly new roof and I look at it and it's just completely discolored. Ooh, the hardwoods are in great shape. Bad foundation. Wow, that crack is huge. It's literally a crack house. I love the crack houses. Why they didn't fix that foundation, I have no clue. Beautiful backyard. Great neighborhood. Let's give them a call. Let's see. What did they do wrong? First, I'm going to call this house on Mitchell Street. Just do a nice low ball offer at somebody. Let's see what they say. Okay, now this one. Ooh, do I call Monina, who's listed? Or do I call the other guy on title? Okay. A few more contacts and then I'm done for the day.
leave your message for 46.
Make one call. Okay. That number didn't answer. So 214-885.
Can I help you? This is MJ.
Yes, hi. I'm sorry. I was calling to speak with Mr. Parrish. Do I have the wrong number?
Yeah, you got the wrong number. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. Thank you for taking my call. Have a good one. 214-553-1643.
The service you're attempting to use has been restricted or is unavailable. Please contact customer.
Yeah, I run into that this time of day once we've been kind of at this for a little while. Sorry. Been at this for a little while today, so typically by this time of day, if it was a normal weekday, I'd say we'd probably already be done, right? This is about the time of day where, you know, everybody's up, everybody's actively calling, so we're cross-competing too much.
The service you're attempting.
Yeah, so we get a lot of people who kind of shut down their phones by this time of day. So I don't think that that's what happened in this instance, but it's possible.
The service you're.
Yeah, so.
Please leave your message for
Okay, gonna resume. I've got 3 more contacts to make before I can call it a day, but I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. There's another one. Super common name, so this one's gonna be a little tough to find. Alright, let's see, I've been at this now going on, wow, 3 hours. So you can tell, I mean, this is no joke. Like, this is real. I'm starting to kind of fade out a little bit, trying to keep the momentum going. But 3 hours to make 7 contacts this way, I mean, this is real work. There's nothing really particularly easy about this. It's very simple. I'm not doing anything complicated, but this is not, how do I put it? Fun? It's not fun, I guess. It's fun. I'm enjoying myself. It's just not very stimulating. It requires a little bit of discipline and muscling through, and I want to be done. Call anyway. Say I'm about.
No?
Yes, hi, is this Luis?
This is Luis.
Hi, Luis. My name's Chris. I'm calling you about the property that you had on the market over there on Brightwood. Are you guys still planning to sell that property?
Which one?
Si usted
I
pre-
don't have,
Yo también hablo español si usted prefiere.
no, I don't want to sell new houses.
¿Ya no quieres vender esa propiedad que tenían en venta?
¿Cuál está en venta? Nadie la ha puesto en venta.
512 Brightwood, ¿no es suya?
No, yo creo que no.
Oh, ok, entonces estoy equivocado. Está bien.
Okay.
Muchas gracias,
Ándale,
señor.
pues.
Que le vaya.
Véngase a trabajar aquí conmigo y yo le pago a usted mejor para que tenga dinero.
No,
Andan ahí fregando que quieren comprar casas, pues las casas no están de venta ahorita.
pues sí, hay casas en venta y yo estoy comprando. Yo no sé si no es suya, está bien.
Ok, ándale pues.
Gracias, señor. Que le vaya bien. He wanted me to come work for him. He's like, if you want to earn some money, come work for me. I could have said the same to him. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Really common name. I'm gonna try the wife, but the wife's name is just as common. So. Oh, there she is. Popped right up. Hey. Sometimes you get lucky.
Bueno,
Sí, estoy hablando con la señora Barrios.
ajá.
Buenos días, señora Barrios. Mi nombre es Chris. Le estoy llamando sobre esta propiedad que tenían en venta en el 512 Brightwood.
Ya se vendió.
Ya le vendiste. Ok. ¿Y ya cerró y todo? ¿Ya está todo hecho? Ok.
Sí.
¿Tienen algunas otras propiedades que están pensando vender?
No, ahorita no.
Ahorita no. Ok, pues está bien. Muchas gracias por tomar la llamada como quiera. Adiós. She sold it. Hey, and here's my client. Hey, brother, how's it going? Hey, Addie. How are you guys doing? I was actually calling you guys to see if we still wanted to get in there today at 1 o'clock for your brother-in-law, or if we wanted to hang tight until we had a little bit more information. That was, well, yeah, you guys got in yesterday, but I put it on my calendar today to get you guys in at 1. Addie had asked to get in with your brother-in-law. Oh, okay. All right. No worries. Were you guys able to you guys got in while the black tie was there though, correct? Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, I was just making sure that we weren't doing that. Other than that, I currently don't have an update for you. So we're still waiting on black tie to get back with the seller, and I don't have anything in hand from our buyer. So, so far we're standing still. Yep. Yeah, Cecilia told me that they did that. I think they rolled up the carpet as well in one of the bedrooms. Is that right? In the den. Oh, the den. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I had to think about. Okay. Yeah, I think he said he was going to do that. I told him, I told him I wasn't sure what the plans were with the floors. The floors are just, they're puzzle piece, so they kind of just pop right back into place. So yeah, no, he did warn me that whenever they came to do the foundation work, they had removed the floors because they were thinking they might have to do the breakouts, but they actually managed, while they were tunneling, it was pretty easy for them to continue the tunneling, and they did that instead. So, so yeah, that they ended up not needing at that point to pull up the floors, but depending on what black tie needs to do, it's probably a good thing that the floors stay pulled up. Oh, how fresh? Like very, very fresh? Okay. Let me, did they pull up tile or did they pull up the laminate? Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me touch base with them and see what their plans are. What would you, so how would you guys like me to communicate that to him? Okay. Yeah. For sure. Absolutely. Yeah, we knew it. Go ahead, Addie. Okay. Right. 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 Yeah. It's not the plumbing issue. Sure. Yep. Yeah, and I don't know that it's that they I think they've had them to the best of my knowledge. When I told Cecilio that they were that one of the things that they were checking was to make sure that the pool overflow switch wasn't part of why it failed the plumbing test. And I told him that you guys had actually turned it off because you were concerned about it. And he said, no, well, they actually have pool people who come service the pool and they probably turned it back on. So anyway, it sounds like that's a long-standing contract that they have had on the pool, which explains why it's not deep, dark green. But as far as the plumbing labor and all that kind of stuff, so I'll say this about your house. Those buyers are flexible. I think if we need to go back to them and say, hey, you know, we need more time on the clock, they were willing to give us a 30-day close from the beginning. I don't think that it'll be an issue to go back to them and say, hey, we need a little bit more time on the clock. Okay, yeah, and that's fine. I don't blame you for that either. I'm just saying, so far as like, I think that we have flexibility there. They haven't come back and asked me for any repairs yet. I think, was the inspection this morning or is it tomorrow morning? Right now, okay. 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 Okay, good. It wasn't a redheaded guy, was it? Okay. Text and spec. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I was just. Oh. Yep. Yep. And that's what I expect them to do. That's why I say, like, you know, worst case scenario, they're not going through any, you know, grand effort to get to stuff that's hard to get to. There's plenty of houses that are like that. So, like I said, as long as there's not a major concern about the panel itself, which I don't have one, then typically buyers just go, oh, okay. Hey, couldn't get to the electrical panel. There's a bunch of stuff in the way. They go, oh, okay. You know. Now, if he goes through and tests all the electrical outlets and all of them are registering like reverse polarity or no ground or all that kind of stuff, and there's indications that there's problems at the panel, that might change that story. But that's why I say, you know, as long as there's nothing that's kind of like, there's no other symptoms in the house that give reason to believe that there's an issue with the panel, that typically doesn't blow back on us. So happens with air handlers all the time. Air handlers are just like in an inaccessible place. They like reach their arm around a corner, take a picture, and that's the end of it. As long as the AC differential is good and everything's functioning properly, no one thinks twice about it. And so, like I said, they haven't come back and asked me for any repairs yet, so it's still going on right now. You know, we may get a request from them over the weekend. I'm not sure yet. It's impossible to know until they make the request. I'm not anticipating one. But yes, if we need flexibility on y'all's move-out date, I think it exists. And obviously, if we need flexibility on this closing date to accommodate and make sure that we're buying a house that we're comfortable buying, I think there's plenty of time there. Technically, so I'll tell you, technically, by the letter of the contract that we have, the way that we contracted it needs to be the way that we close on it. Meaning floors should be getting put back in place after repairs get done. Foundation work needs to be the way we asked for it. If they damage anything during the foundation work, it needs to be brought back up to par, meaning they're on the hook for these plumbing repairs, et cetera, et cetera. So it's just a matter of, in this instance, we may be playing a game of like, hey, yeah, the floors can get put back down, but it might add a week to closing. If that's the case, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but that's where we start talking about, okay, how do we want to juggle these dates around to accommodate everything? So I'm not opposed to asking them to put the floors back in place. In fact, that was my first question when Cecilia told me what they did. I was like, who's putting the floors back? And his answer was, well, we don't have the plumbing test back yet, so let's do that first, which I agree. A lot of times the plumbing people, they are the ones that might need to cut into the concrete even more. So let's leave it the way it is first now and see what they have to do. And then once that gets done, then we can kind of reevaluate and determine whether or not we want to make the request for them to put the floors back. We shouldn't have to, but in this instance, because of the situation that we're dealing with the seller, it'll probably need to be a request. We'll need to go and say, hey, please put the floors back the way they were. Right, and it's going to delay move-in and all that kind of stuff. Sure. No, I get it. No worries. So, yeah, as soon as I have an update for you on either end, from our buyers and their inspection or from Cecilio and the plumbing stuff, at this point, we're pushing halfway through the day on Saturday and I haven't heard from them. I'm going to assume that we're not closing on Monday. I would say let's go ahead and make the assumption it's going to be best case scenario mid-late next week. Okay. Sorry. At this point, everybody knows. So title company knows. The only person that doesn't really know is the lender, and that's okay. That doesn't, they just have to change the date on the contract. There's not it's not going to throw any kinks in the mix or anything like that. Title company knows because they pretty much asked the same question, like, hey, are we closing on Monday? And we told them, like, be on standby. As of right now, yes, but it may change last minute. So yeah, everybody's on standby. Everybody's, for the most part, is aware that Monday may not happen. Cool? You know what? I haven't yet because we ended up talking about black tie and it completely didn't cross my mind. So yeah, I'll call him right now and let him know, and that'll be a good opportunity to just kind of let him know as well, like, hey, we're aware Monday's not going to happen. So I'll do that right now. Cool? That'd be funny. Yeah, I'm not keen on that, and I'll have that. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I appreciate the warning. I think that would be silly. So it's solid. Yeah, no, there's no. I don't. Yeah, they'd have to make a hell of an argument. So. Right. And honestly, yeah, I mean, for all we know, maybe they come back and educate us with something that's just a complete shock and surprise. I just doubt it. I doubt it. We would know. If there was anything really major, we would already know. So, but yeah, we'll find out here shortly. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. You too. Hey, babe. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Yep. 11 to 11:30. He's gonna be there. Yeah. No, Yeah. I already talked to Chad. I told him I probably wouldn't be there. So he's aware. Yeah. So okay. I'm right at 3 hours. I need 2 more contacts to be done, so I'm almost done. Okay. Love you. Oh, I have an appointment in Red Oak at 2:30. Bless you. Okay. Love you. Bye. That's called life. Life. Can get rid of that final walkthrough. That's done. Cool. Gotta make an agent call. Hey Cecilia, it's Chris Beery with B&H Realty. Give me a call back when you can. 817-600-2077. Again, 817-600-2077. Thanks. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. Agent work. Agent work. Oh. Citations, citations, citations. Oh. Okay. 2 more houses I gotta call before I can be done for the day. 2 more. So I'm gonna be picky. I only want deals that look like deals. Oh, hey, happy April Fool's Day, everybody. Completely forgot about that. Here we go. Hey, brother, how's it going? I'm good, man. I'm good. Do you need me there? Okay, cool. I love it. How's it going? How's it going? Okay. I appreciate that. What do you think? Am I getting a new roof? Mm-hmm. Okay, as long as you... Hey, man, if you're up there banging on there with the hammer, I won't tell anybody. I'm just kidding. I know. Well, tell me this. What do you think about the rollout roof I got on the back there? Okay, you wouldn't put a rollout roof there again, would you? I'd prefer it be consistent with the rest of the house. I just don't know if that's the best thing to do. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right, man. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just 5 minutes up the road at my office finishing up some phone calls. If I need to run over there for any reason, no worries. Just give me a call, and I can be there in a minute. Cool, buddy. I appreciate you heading out there. And then as far as I'm still waiting on the adjuster to get back with my insurance company and for them to issue a check and all that kind of stuff before I schedule work with you. Is that right?
On this house?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, once we get the approval, I would just want to, go over the paperwork, make sure they got everything on there. Let me try and maybe pencil whip it a little bit. And then as soon as we get squared away on that with them, definitely ready to roll.
Cool. All right, man. Well, I'm ready when you're ready. And I'll keep you up to date on Longfield. They're finishing up the foundation there. It's going to be a couple days longer than they thought. It's actually a bigger foundation job than we were expecting. So, yeah, it is a bummer. So, I think that tells me what I need to do as far as that other little roof, that little extra roof on that covered patio, man. We're just going to have to leave it alone.
That's cool. I mean, let's ride it out and see if maybe we can sell it without anything really popping up on it. And if it does, then we'll address it or cross that bridge when we get to it.
Sounds good, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Talk to you soon. Bye. All right. Let's see. So, 469 774.
Hello?
Yes, hi. Is this Adriana?
Yes.
Hi, Adriana. My name's Chris. I'm calling you about the house that you had for sale on Westmoreland Road.
No sé for now.
Si usted prefiere, podemos hablar en español. No sé si es mejor.
Pero sí, claro, por favor.
Sí, por supuesto que sí. Ah, ok. Entonces, ¿ya no está pensando vender esa?
No, por ahorita no.
Por ahorita no. Y...
Por ahorita no. Es muy, ¿cómo le diré? Para mí, no he encontrado otro lugar a donde vivir. No he encontrado otra casa.
Ah, ok.
Porque están carísimas.
Sí, están muy carísimas.
Y los intereses carísimos.
Sí, muy
Entonces,
carísimas.
mire, estoy mejor aguantándome porque necesito un lugarcito donde yo esté tranquila, donde viva pues un poquito bien, ¿verdad? Pero en esos lugares están muy altos los precios.
Sí, está difícil.
Entonces, no, ahorita yo no, me voy a aguantar ahí en mi casita.
Ok, muy bien. Entonces, no hubo ninguna razón venderla, sino que querías moverse.
Sí, exactamente. O sea, es que no tengo para dónde moverme.
Claro.
Por eso es que no la he vendido, pero en cuanto yo encuentre algo que he estado buscando, por eso es que no he podido.
Ok, pues sí, yo tengo ganas de comprarla. Si están pensando venderla, yo estoy interesado. Por favor, acuérdense de mi número, grábalo y si tienen algunas preguntas, dame una llamada. ¿Están pensando ya tratar de nuevo dentro de un año, 2 años o...?
No sé, pues yo en cuanto encuentre algo por mí, yo...
La vendes.
Pero pues le digo, se me ha hecho difícil. ¿No?
Sí, claro.
Sí hay, porque hay demasiadas, pero no a unos
Son
precios
caras.
elevadísimos que yo no puedo pagar.
Entiendo completamente. Ok, pues muy bien, señora Miranda. A ver, dígame entonces si usted tenga alguna familiares o amigos o algo que están pensando vender una propiedad o comprarlo aquí pronto, ¿le puede ayudar?
Correcto.
Ok.
Correcto, yo le aviso.
Muy bien, muchísimas gracias, Adriana. Que tenga un buen día.
Igualmente, gracias.
Chao. Cool. Okay, that's the end of Dallas. Gonna flip through here so I got one more contact to make before I can call it a day. Oh, it's like the last cast when you're out fishing, man. There's some luck behind it. Hey, did you already call Duncanville? I'm not talking to y'all now. I'm talking to Jackson. I think he texted me. Let's see. No? I'm gonna call this one. Hey, Jackson. All right. 3 hours and 20 minutes of straight lead gen. It's exhausting. My brain's fried. I could keep doing it for another couple hours, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna make this last call right here and see if I can make it happen. And if I cannot, then we will try again another day. I hit my target areas that I wanted to hit. It's the wrong zip code. Come back here. Here she is in Grandview. Oh, Wanda, she is 90 years old. Goodness. What are you doing selling this property right now? 972-298-5560.
I'm sorry, but the person...
Let's try it again.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Let's try the other person on title. Same last name, same zip code, different person. Let's see if he pops up. Oriole Drive. Let's try this one. Nope. We're looking for Charles K. Thomas. Here we go. In Blum. It's got a couple in Duncanville. 76050. Is that what I did? No, that's why. Property zip code and mailing zip code will be different. Oh, it was this gentleman right here. Charles Keith Thomas. Let's give him a call. He must be the son.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 21453799257 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Yes, hi, my name's Chris. I'm calling you about this property that looks like you guys had for sale in Duncanville on Oriole Boulevard. If you would give me a call back when you can, my phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Thanks. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. Nope.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voice...
What's the first one? 9257. All right. if you guys can't tell, I am fried. I'm absolutely fried. That's okay. Keep going. One more contact. One more.
Hey guys, it's Tiff. I'm not in right now. Just leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks. Have a great day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Tiffany. My name is Chris Beery. I'm calling you because I'm interested in buying this property on East Aquarius Court from you. I see here that you had it on the market, but it's showing up today as an expired deal. If you don't mind, give me a call back when you can. My phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Thanks. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. In the good part of Granbury too. All right. I'm telling you guys, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Ooh. Here we go. 2 mobile homes, each on an acre, selling as a package. It's my favorite kind of deal. Oh, perfect. Look, I thought the agent was the owner. That would have made me sad, but it's not. So let's see here.
Hello?
Yes, hi, is this Patricia?
Who is it?
My name's Chris. I was calling you about the 2 properties that you have for sale on Riverview Trail.
Okay.
Are you still selling those? I see they came up as expired today.
Can you call maybe 30 minutes? I'm busy today.
Sure, absolutely. Call you. Y también si usted prefiere, podemos hablar en español.
Oh, ok. Ahorita estoy trabajando. Si gusta, yo le hablo en una media hora.
Ok, ¿me va a dar una llamada?
Sí.
Ok, muy bien. Mi nombre es Chris.
Ok, Chris, yo te llamo.
Gracias, Patricia.
Gracias.
Ahorita hablamos.
Sí, bye.
That counts. She's going to call me back in 30 minutes. She wants to sell them. Outstanding. 10 contacts. Wow. 3.5 hours to make 10 contacts on expireds. It's not an easy thing to do. Probably could have done it a lot faster on a dialer, but this is the way I like doing it because there's a lot of deals that I have no business calling. I'm just focusing on the ones that I like, that I want. I'd either buy them or list them or work them. Everything else I could refer out. I could. But I would much rather just get deals done right where I want to get them done because I like having a life that I have control over. But love this property that I just called on. Last one of the day. She's going to call me back in 30 minutes. If you can't tell by now, speaking Spanish is a huge leg up in what I do for a living. If you don't speak Spanish, you should learn. I'll give lessons. But for now, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go look at a commercial property with my dad, see if we can go buy a new office space because we're growing out of this one, so coming soon. But I appreciate everybody who watched for the day. I hope you learned something. If you didn't learn anything else, learn that it takes just a lot of work to do what I do and make the amount of money we make. So it's not always glamorous, not always easy, but we get it done, and I love it. I love it. So y'all have a good day, and see you again on